would you most like to see in 2013?
What, in the town?
Yeah, in the town, in your life, in the world in general. All three, you know.
More happiness.
More happiness.
Yeah, a bit more happiness everywhere.
Sure.
People sit and walk around quite miserable, don't they, most of the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, generally a bit more cheerfulness, yeah.
Honestly, the government.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd like to see them...
Yeah, just get better, honestly, because putting everything people off and over, all taxes and all that, I think it's just bad leaders.
Most likely to see Mitch Passmore and GCSEs.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are they coming up this year?
Yeah.
Sunshine.
The sun, yeah. No, I'd like to see my husband win a bit of money on the lottery because he religiously does that.
I'll keep it cross for you.
Talking food.
Talking food.
Talking food. Best
Food
kind
that
of
says,
food.
eat me.
Yeah.
Eat me now because I'm tasty.
Affordable food, you know. And the other thing that would be really nice with food is if the healthier options became cheaper. Because at the minute, all the unhealthy stuff is is cheap, you know. Whereas you go and buy nice fruits and vegetables, you're looking at an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
You know. And the other thing about that is wages also. You know, they want to put food up and prices like that up. Then why aren't they putting the wages up at the same rate that everything else is going up? And if they put wages up, you wouldn't have a problem. Recession sorted, because then people would be able to afford everything. You know, if everything went up equally, you know.
I would like the bully boy in North Korea to actually mend his ways, and let's have some world peace, please.
One Direction.
One Direction. Coming to your house. Playing a concert in your garden.
Oh, I'd love that.
For me personally, what I'd like to see more in 2013 is more community, more people from different walks of life.
Well, I mean, they're on it. I mean, I'm a Londoner, right? I moved here, 9 years ago, and London's not the same. It's very, very cosmopolitan, which I liked. I like that. In fact, my husband came from Hyderabad, so I know quite a bit about all of that. So, you know, I mean, everybody's the same, basically. You can't help where you're born, what colour your skin is. You know, I mean, why should you have to worry? You're not filming me, are you?
Okay, and what way do you think we could change things for the better?
Be a bit more creative and a bit more get up and go. Yeah, do us a whole lot of good, I think.
So people get up and go
Yeah,
and,
a bit more
share
drive.
their creativity with?
Yeah, a bit more rather than just try and wait for something else. Do your own thing. Get it up and going, yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
No, I don't really know.
Yeah, it's a difficult thing.
I think people need to grow a pair and man up a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, just the whole country, really.
Yeah, that's great.
Public consensus.
I think getting involved, that's what I think. I'm involved in West Sussex people's situation, so I'm very involved in that.
People standing up and actually taking action.
Yeah, instead of complaining all the time, actually doing something yourself.
Yeah. Okay, that's great. And
We're going to get our photo taken.
Be more respectable to younger people, I think. We're always looked down upon in society. Everyone's like, oh, younger kids these days are bad, but really we aren't. We're just trying to get on with our lives like the rest of us.
But no, it's, at the end of the day, it's just, the problem is people in this country roll over. You're told you can't have it, or you shouldn't do it, or you shouldn't complain, or you put a complaint in and you hear nothing back. So you roll over and do nothing. Whereas people need to do what the French do, you know. If the French don't want the petrol to go up, they block every single petrol station and they cause havoc and they get listened to.
It starts with me. It starts with the way I treat other people, and that has a knock-on effect around the world.
I have no idea. I don't know what you mean.
Well, it's something that people have to find out individually, really. I mean, you can listen to other people, but, you know, you've got to find it out for yourself. You have.
do you feel you're free to speak your mind and be creative?
Always.
Right. Yeah. So you don't feel there's
nothing
anything...
ever puts a pressure on my words, no. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I feel like that sometimes.
Are there any places where it's more difficult to speak your mind than others? Or?
Yeah, when my dad's like, yeah, he says it's alright, but it's not.
I would say yeah, but I don't know.
Okay, well, is there sometimes some places where it's harder to speak your mind?
Yeah.
Is that, say, sometimes at school or with your family?
So in school, you don't really have much say, really, because it's all controlled by the heads.
Yes.
I do, yeah, definitely. We're called assertive women.
No.
No?
No, not at all.
Do you think
Not at all.
there can be repercussions if you...
Well, it's just not that. Everything's twisted these days. You know, you say something. I've heard stories. You go into a cafe in London and you ask for a black coffee and you're then asked to leave because you're being racist. You know, everything is just twisted. The police pull someone over and then it's, you're pulling me over because you're black, I'm white, I'm this, you're that. It's just ridiculous.
I thought I just did.
Wonderful.
Loose, isn't it? No. This?
Thanks. No.
Yeah, I am myself. I mean, when I was very young, I was very shy. I wouldn't say boo-hoo goose, but I've seen a lot of life, and I'm different now. I mean, I don't F and blind and all of that, but I speak my mind.
Do you feel that voting or signing petitions is a good way to change things?
It's a, yeah, it is a form of changing. Yeah, I mean sometimes it's not always the only way. Yeah, there's other ways, but yeah, it's a good way.
Do you feel it's worth your while voting or signing petitions?
Yes, always do. Yeah.
I'm not really sure.
If it does make an improvement, yeah, and the people who it's aimed at actually do see it, yeah, I think it's a good thing.
Depends on the petition and who it's driven by and whether there's enough people. When you get a massive opinion, I don't think it can be stopped no matter how it starts. If enough people disagree, they will disagree. But unless you get some kind of critical mass, you won't really get anything.
Yes. So we both said that together, didn't we?
I'd say voting is, but...
I do sign a lot of petitions online to make a change for the better. I've seen some changes from the media, stuff like that. So I do see changes in petitions, that's why I sign them.
Yes.
No.
No, they don't achieve anything.
No, because they basically just scam you and then they take your money and then...
No, just the ones that you sign your signature to. So.
No.
Well, I mean, I vote every year, but... Well, yes, I mean, everybody should vote and put their point of view across. I mean, shouldn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, look at this business with Margaret Thatcher. I mean, some people liked her very much and some really detested her, but doesn't that go in all walks of life, whether it's to do with politics or what?
It's very interesting that you bring up that polarisation, because sometimes when people have different views or views that are one side to another, that sometimes instead of discussing those views or seeing what can be learned from the differences of opinion, differences of experience, that actually people are encouraged to be more entrenched and say, you know, if you feel that way, then actually I'm not going to communicate with you as another human being. And if you had a message for the guys in charge, you know, if the guys in charge were there, what message would you like to send to them?
Depends who I'm talking to.
You know, well, the people who run the whole show, you know, be it the politicians, be it the bankers, be it, you know, your headmaster.
Cancel bloody parking permit, that's what I'd say.
Yeah, on-street parking.
On-street parking does me in, yeah. That's about the only thing, yeah.
Well, have you heard that the parking in the town in the car parks has been taken back to
Anonymous.
council control?
You alright, brother?
It's been taken back to council control, is it?
Yeah, so hopefully...
Is it still under council control? Yeah.
It's just going back to council control next year, the car parking.
Yeah.
So would you like to see street parking?
I'd like to see street parking get a radical change up. Yeah, definitely. I think it's definitely ridiculous. I mean, it's too strict, taxing the working man and whatnot. Yeah.
And how about if you get on the wrong end of a fine?
To be fair, I had one this week and wasn't happy about it, but it's one of those things.
Was it a lot of money?
Well, it's £35, paid it in half time. I did appeal it, but they weren't having it, yeah.
In school, I wish there were more days off.
Are they working you too hard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grow up here.
Pay attention.
Listen more to women and their opinion.
Yeah, no, a woman should be in charge. A woman should be running the country. Why?
Yeah.
Because I think they do a better job. I think they listen and
they take action.
They take action. Yeah. Too many people are blinkered and are just worried about themselves, and they don't think outside of the box, don't look outside of the box, and they don't look around and see what's going on.
Get out, let someone else have a go. It might have you actually had to do something.
Look after the little people who can't look after themselves and work for peace.
Well, I can say a lot of things, but something might be nice.
That's okay. Just try and be polite.